The story and gameplay. You play as an unnamed character, perhaps from the perspective of Derek Lawson himself, starting as a child with the very first memory capsule being about remembering the scent of cookies. It isn't the cookies themselves that made the memory valuable, but rather from a time when his mother was still his guardian and caregiver, when his mother was still youthful, energy-filled, and able-bodied. As you play and experience these memories, the main character grows older and older, starting from an elementary school age to a teenager to a full-grown adult. You experience what it was like growing up with siblings, to having a best friend, a first love, death, and the 5 stages that accompany it, to overall growth as a person. Many of these themes are relatable, as having siblings, friends, and death are not unique and reserved to just a handful of us, but rather these themes invoke almost a sense of comfort and nostalgia in me. I'm not the only one who remembers having fresh baked cookies as a child. I'm not the only one who remembers playing video games in my youth and in my early 30s, but that's not the point. I'm not the only one who remembers their first job either. While the story has themes that aren't unique by themselves, the events that unfold and in the manner of which they unfold make for a story that is at times a little lackluster, while at others quite gripping, and that will depend solely on the person playing and their own life experiences. 2 last little tidbits to share about this game is that there are some Christian themes to this. That is not to say that these themes are good or bad, nor are they over the top or subliminal, just that there are some minor religious themes. If you're a Christian and like these themes, this may appeal to you. If you don't like religion in your games, this might be a turnoff. Again, not good or bad, but these themes are there, so just be aware. The game also has an ending that should probably only be experienced by a mature audience and should also have a trigger warning. I had a guess as to what the story would have in store for me based solely on the start menu after opening the game, but there still was no hint that this game would have such a dark and heavy theme to it anywhere on the Steam page, so just be aware this game should come with a trigger warning. I won't say what this trigger warning should be, as that might spoil some of the story, but you as the viewer can come up with a few ideas as to what the trigger warning could be, and until the developer adds a trigger warning, just know that if you're worried about any of those triggers, you may want to stay away from this game for the time being.